Hi, this is Dan. This episode was recorded about 2 months ago in early June, possibly late May. You'll probably find out immediately because we will immediately date it with a news segment.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I'm one of the students, Morg.
I'm the other student, Devon.
And I'm the teacher, Dan. And this week, we are talking about, we're going to go through, Sonic the Hedgehog Gamebook 2, Zone Rangers, once again. Because there's not really prep stuff, I will go right into news. I've got 3 news articles to bring up this week. Our first is old news that I forgot to mention last time. A few months ago, if I have this right, around let's see, April of earlier this year, Sega of America formed their own union, the Allied Employees Guild Improving Sega, or AEGIS. They are with the Communication Workers of America, have a supermajority of 144 employees across Sega's quality assurance, localization, live service, marketing, and product development departments. It is the largest video game union in the United States. So good for them. Hell yeah. Good
on them. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
We love a good union here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to, and on the topic of corporate improvement, the Yuji Naka case has had a new development. Recently, the jury, or I think it's the jury, came to they have decided. Well, they haven't made a final decision, but currently the jury wants to give Yuji Naka, who, as you may remember, was arrested for insider trading and pled guilty. Right now, the jury wants to give him 2 years in prison, well, 2.5 years in prison, as well as I believe a large fine of, let me just find the exact amount. I believe it is, here it is. A fine of 172 million yen, roughly 1.2 million USD, or 9.8 million pounds sterling. He is. I'm glad. I guess they have not reached a final verdict yet. They will reach it on July 7th. So in about a month's time, you'll probably hear on that.
In a month's time, we'll do a crab rave.
Naka's defense has requested a reduced fine and a sentence suspension, but we will hopefully hear more on that in the coming months. Finally, today, the day this is recorded, June 8th, 2023, was the Summer Games Fest, or the Summer Jeff Fest, where following the demise of E3, several different companies have brought forth trailers and announcements for their upcoming game releases. Two particular Sega-related ones. Only one of them not related to Sonic, but is related to our sister podcast, Kamurocho Radio, is Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. It looks sick. That's not what we're here to talk about today, though. Rather,
we're here to talk about something else that looks sick.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. A new game has been announced for later this year, called Sonic Superstars. It is a title in the classic Sonic line, although instead of sprite art, it will be featuring a 3D art style meant to mimic the classic art style. It is going to feature 4-player couch co-op. Players can choose between Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and classic Amy. This is along with I believe Sonic Origins Plus, show a bright new future for classic Amy as a playable character in video games. Previously,
always happy to see classic Amy.
Yeah, she's got a great outfit. She's very cute. We all love her. She's all about that tarot.
Would love to see her respected one day.
That's it for news. So, let us get back into this game book. Just to note, we've had problems in the past. At first, I thought they might be Retro Reading Time, the person who transcribed these to ebook, but it might actually just be. It's entirely possible these problems were just in the book itself. Like,
that's so fucking funny.
I don't have a physical copy, and I'm not about to pay for one because they're weirdly expensive. But I do believe a problem that's happened in books like these in the past is just dead ends and weird page misleadings and whatnot. But Sonic and Tails had been split up and were trying to find the Chaos Emeralds. Tails was hanging out with a bunch of monkeys in a frozen wasteland that used to be the Hilltop Zone. And Sonic is in, I believe, I don't remember if the zone got a name, but it is like some sort of weird city full of cat people. And he's joined up with some other animals as part of a spy ring, themed after, beloved British television show, I forgot the name of it.
James Bond.
Not James Bond. It's actually
the A-Team.
I think it's called, The
Wire.
Hang on.
I'm just gonna keep naming things.
Yeah, you do that. I'm going to...
Downton Abbey.
I cannot remember any British shows.
It's from the
except
60s.
Doctor Who.
I bet it's Downton Abbey.
I bet it's Doctor Who.
It's called... oh, fuck, I can't find it.
Watch it be something they talked
The
about.
Prisoner. The Prisoner. That's right, it's called The Prisoner.
Sure.
Wait, oh my god. I think we know someone who's gonna do a Prisoner podcast soonish.
Do we?
I think, well, at least Dan and I do.
who is
it?
I mean, I probably know them too, but...
Yeah,
I'm curious.
realizing. I think Joe and Helga are going to. I'm gonna
Oh,
that's right. That's right.
I think it's The Prisoner that they're doing. I know they're doing a podcast and I think it's on an old show.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure if it's The Prisoner or Prison Break.
it might be Prison Break. Fuck.
I'll have to ask Joe later. It might be The Prisoner.
Someone's gonna be like, "How did you confuse those shows?"
I'll put a note in post.
Yeah, someone's gonna say I'm canceling your podcast because of this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, although, unlike James Bond, the prisoner is much more questioning of, like, spy tropes and such, so good for whoever wrote this book.
Good for them, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Maybe
it's about this, like, weird
time,
spy retirement village where you can't leave, but you get to chill out.
I would love to go to a weird spy retirement village where I can't leave.
Mm-hmm. And everyone has to, like, go by numbers, and there's a big moment where the main character says, "I am not a number." But anyways.
Too bad for you, loser. I'm gonna go by my number and have a sweet retirement gig.
Mm. We pick up on page 149. "That makes sense," says Sonic. "What might happen if they've got 2 Chaos Emeralds in the high tower?" "If they're careful," says number 2, "everything will be fine. If they're careless, the proximity effect might overload." "Where's number 1? "What's that chemical smell and hissing sound?" asks Sonic. "Morg!" replies number 3, slumping to the floor. "Ah!" remarks number 2. "Ugh!" adds Sonic, as black dots dance before his eyes, and he passes out. When he comes around, he's in a cell with number 2 and number 3. "What happened?" asks Sonic. "We were gas," answers number 3. "Number 1 betrayed us, and now there's a guard outside the door and no way we can escape." "There's always an escape route," says Sonic. "Besides, we must warn the outcasts about what's going on."
Okay, so I can't remember who the number 1, number 2, and number 3 are. Was number 1 the, like, I think he was a pig who hated Sonic a lot. Was that number 1?
Yeah, he was, like, obviously suspicious.
Yeah, he was the one who was clearly like, he had a big tattoo that said, "I'm evil."
Number 2 was some nerd dude, and number 3 was a nice little dog boy.
Yeah, number 3 was the adorable little dog boy who said I could do no wrong.
The little dog.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
Mm.
I like that the pig was wearing a shirt that said, "I'm not evil," and everyone was like, "What?" And they're like, "Everything."
Yeah, he had a big shirt that said, "Please don't ask me about my evil deeds."
Everything is answered by my shirt, so sorry about it.
Should Sonic search the cell, ask what the others are carrying, or bang on the door?
I love the implication that they got dragged to a prison and, like, the guards were like, "Yeah, they can have their stuff."
I feel like Sonic would.
I feel like he would bang on the door,
bang on the
honestly.
door. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Alright. Page 278. Sonic hammers on the cell door with his fists. After a while, he hears footsteps in the corridor outside, and a small panel in the door slides open. An ugly cat guard with a scarred face looks in. "What?" demands the guard. "This better be important. I was torturing a fly to death, and you're just getting to the exciting bit." He looks around the cell.
Excuse me?
What the fuck?
Excuse me?
Well, like
what exciting bit of torturing the fly is there? Like, it already is some sicko shit, but excuse me?
Is it like a Sonic size fly, or is it like a small fly also?
That's a good question.
Does he have, like, this fly in, like, a fly-sized torture rack?
Oh my god.
I imagine this fly is at least Charmy Bee size, and this cat is some kind of pervert.
So this fly is, like, mashing the, like, circle button to survive. He's in, like, the Revolver Ocelot torture rack.
Yeah.
And this guy is like, "Sorry, I gotta go for a second."
He looks around the cell. "False alarm, eh? Now shut up, or you'll get no food. Ever!" The panel clicks shut. Should Sonic try to overpower the guard, or he can search the rest of the cell, or ask the other two to show him what they have in their pockets?
I'm tempted to ask what the other two have in their pockets.
Yeah, I want to know why it keeps asking if these two got thrown in their jail cells with items.
Yeah, let's see.
With their video game items still on.
You got games on your phone? Sonic asks.
Page 105.
Yo, do you guys got chili dogs in your pockets?
Turn out your pockets, Sonic demands. The other two do as they are told, and Sonic watches as they produce the contents. What's this? He asks. That's a copy of a key to the city gates, answers number 3.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
They didn't check your pockets for that? This guard was spending way too much time torturing a fly and not enough time checking pockets.
Uh-huh. Next to it is a lucky talisman given to me by the chief of the outcasts.
Oh, are they dating?
Oh.
Ooh, it seems like they might be, because they cut themselves off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna be something like, oh, we're brothers, actually, but it would be funny if they were dating.
Or maybe he's his dad or something.
Yeah.
You can have
I'm
both.
gonna end up embarrassed like I did that one time I was reading the IDW Sonic comics and I forgot that those two skunks were brothers.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wow, look at this really cute couple, because I skipped the line where they said we're brothers.
Uh-huh.
Rip.
You can have both of them. If Sonic wants either or both the items, write them down on his vital statistics. Is that it? He asks. Which do we want, either or both?
Yeah, take
I'm not gonna steal this guy's lucky charm.
Alright, then we'll take the key.
Okay, then take the key.
Oh.
I will.
Sorry, Morg, were you gonna steal this guy's lucky charm?
I was just like, he offered, but yeah, just the key is fine.
Yeah. Putting that in Sonic's inventory. Key.
I'm just evil, apparently. I'm just too, Zelda brain. I take things.
Uh-huh.
I smashed the pots and I took the lucky charm,
Yeah, it'll give you
a
+3
pickpocketed him like Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I attached it to a new weapon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got the key to the city and a lucky coin. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
I made a keyblade out of the key.
Oh.
We were searched before they threw us in here, says number 3.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, maybe they meant to write number 2 instead of number 3? I don't know.
What's going on?
All we have is the clothes we're wearing. No, wait! Oh, they're wearing clothes.
Oh, good for them.
From around his waist, he unwinds a length of thin rope. I use it as a belt, he explains, and I've got 1 gold ring in my pocket. Take it for good luck.
This is insane.
So
we
do
were
have the
searched
rope?
before we got here, but I did have a key card. I did have a lucky charm, a gold ring, and they didn't take my rope that's around my waist.
Mm-hmm.
But we were searched.
Yeah. Are we taking the rope and the ring, or?
Yeah,
I think we need the ring because I think we're down on rings, right?
If my data
or is that Tails? Is Tails down on rings?
Tails is out of rings.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, rope, belt.
Is it just Sonic here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonic, but no Tails.
Tails is with the funny monkeys on the ice.
That's right. He's on the ice.
Yeah,
and
he was the one we had to figure out if we could avoid a fight with a giant fish that kept killing us, and then it turns out we couldn't.
Yeah, I was like, we died a couple times.
It turns out that you have to get a perfect roll or you constantly die.
Yeah, and you can't escape the situation.
Cool. That's right. I remember now.
Yeah, the game auto-saved us at that point.
Fuck. I thought you turned off autosave.
No, can't save scum this shit.
Fuck.
Should Sonic search the cell next? Or bang on the door again?
Cell.
It'd be funny if we just bothered the scar.
We already fucking banged on the door.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if we just kept doing it, though. Search the cell.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we've got a lot of options now.
Oh, damn.
The cell is like the one Sonic was in before, with a stone floor and 1 window set too high to see out of. There's a bed made of planks laid on a pile of bricks, covered with a large hook. Nothing is hanging from it, it's just there. Sonic...
What?
I don't know. It's just there.
Wait. Where's covered with a large hook? Is it just like laying
I
on
guess it
the
must
bed?
just be hanging. It must just be laying there.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, that's worded very weirdly, because I was picturing it on the wall, but then it's like, no, it's on the bed.
Yeah,
with a
it's
hook.
like covered with a large hook, meaning there's just like a giant like anchor-sized hook laying on this like piece of flat wood.
Sonic and the others check every stone and brick, but there are no secret ways out of the cell.
Maybe you should check the hook.
Well, we've got 6 options. Sonic can ask what the other 2 are carrying, or he can bang on the cell door, or he can lasso the hoop in the ceiling if he has a rope.
And he does!
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, or he can make a seesaw catapult with the planks and bricks, or he can climb up to the window, or he could overpower the guard outside the cell.
I kind of want to use the rope we just got.
Well, the guard shouldn't be paying attention because he's torturing a fly right now, so
Yeah.
he shouldn't notice the noise of lassoing the hoop.
Yeah. That fly's just screaming.
Yeah.
Let us lasso the hoop in the ceiling.
It's just like a little
I guess
high-pitched
maybe that's
noise.
what that is weird.
Maybe a hoop in the ceiling. Like, maybe it's above the bed.
Yeah.
But a hoop's not a hook. Whatever.
Maybe, I
have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I guess the hook is on the ceiling. It's just, like, got nothing on it, hanging from it.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing initially.
I love the decor of this, filthy jail cell.
Just full of, like, construction materials.
Yeah, I think this was a closet. I think they threw us in a closet.
Oh no, we're being put into the closet. So we lassoed...
during Pride Month, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we lassoed the thing.
Happy Pride Month, by the way.
Happy Pride Month, Sonic.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month Tales, specifically.
Sonic says...
Oh, that's right. That is another
Favorites.
bit of news. There was, like, some new Sonic Channel art, that was, like, accompanied by a story. I don't know what the story's about. It seems to be about a play based on context, but it does feature Tails and Marine, and they're wearing costumes, and Tails is wearing, is on a balcony with a big, like, princess dress. So, good for her.
Tails is trans.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more fuel to Emery's Tails is trans thesis.
Yeah. It's all but proven at this point, honestly.
For real.
Honestly. I mean...
For real.
Sonic says happy pride. Sonic says trans rights, etc., etc.
Sonic takes the rope, makes a loop in one end, and throws it toward the ceiling. After 3 tries, it lands on the hook, and Sonic climbs up until he's level with the window. It has bars on it, but he can see out. "Can you get out the window?" shouts number 3. Sonic tries to reach the windowsill, but it's too far. He can't swing the rope enough to get it, and he knows he can't jump far enough. Disheartened, he climbs down.
Boo.
"I've got an idea," says number 2. Sonic can take his advice, turn to page 201, or he can try one of his own plans. So, once again, his own plans are seesaw catapult, and overpowering the guard, or climbing the walls. Or he can take this guy's advice.
I feel like he would take his advice, but he would do it in his, I'm waiting.
Yeah, he's gonna be
voice.
A little bitch about it.
He's gonna be a little petulant about it.
Alright. Page 201. Number 2 shakes the rope loose. If you can look the middle of the rope over the... Oh, okay.
It's probably
I think it's supposed to be loop and...
Yeah. If you can loop the middle of the rope over the hook, and you can hold onto the loop while number 3 and I pull you up to the window, you'll be able to swing it across it to that way, he suggests.
How big is this room?
I'm not sure.
Big enough that Sonic can't jump across,
Yeah.
And that they have to, pull Sonic up, and then he has to swing across. This is a spacious prison cell.
Sonic's gotta fly up and across.
Yeah.
Sonic nods. Doesn't explain I'll get through the bars on the window, he says. But it's a start. Looping the rope of the hook takes ages, but eventually it slips over. Number 2 and number 3 haul on the rope, lifting Sonic up until he is level with the window. He starts to sway the rope, slowly at first, then more and more, until finally he grabs the bars on the window. He's there!
Wow.
Continue. To page 5. Sonic is standing on the ledge out by the cell window. Outside is the city, bathed in early evening sunlight. But unfortunately, there are strong iron bars in the way. To bend the bars far enough for him to squeeze his hedgehog body through, Sonic must roll on his strength to beat Nate.
What's his strength?
What did we decide his strength was?
Yeah, it looks like you just have to... So it says, if he makes the roll, continue. If he fails, then he can't. So, Sonic's strength is 2. So, we would have to roll a 6. The good news is there do seem to be alternate plans if that doesn't work.
Alright. That's annoying.
Yeah, let's roll. Oh, drop the die. Try that again. That's a 4. That plus 2 is 6. That is not enough. So, if he fails, the bars are too strong and he falls back into the cell, exhausted. He lands on the seesaw plank, snapping it in two. Now he can't try that trick again.
It's a good thing we didn't try it the first time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was like, we didn't do the seesaw plank. What the fuck? We did the rope.
Yeah, If you look through the options, it does have use the rope as a lasso again.
Yeah, we can try the lasso plan again. We can
It
try
got confused.
We can try climbing the walls, or we can try overpowering the guard.
Let's just beat the shit out of the guard. I'm tired
fuck
of
this guy. I hate him.
Fuck this guy.
Page 133. There's one power with overpowering the guard. The solid door between him and Sonic. The Hedgehog hammers on it. A little trap door in it slides open. And an ugly guard. This is written
weird.
Or I'll show you real trouble. Now shut up! I'm trying to get some sleep. The trapdoor slides shut. What now?
What the fuck? To fly. Now you're going to sleep? You freak.
Do we?
I'm
experiencing visions of the fucking fish again.
Do
we have to roll an 8 to progress?
I will proceed through our remaining options. Let me see.
You can attract the guard's attention again, maybe.
Yeah, let's see if... Oh, this is a different page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, maybe being annoying as shit. We'll just get...
What can we do, says Sonic. If he opens the doors, I might be able to dash past him. He turns to number 2, looks at him quizzically, then starts moaning and groaning. He goes, "Oh, my stomach! Oh, it hurts." There is a rattling sound from the door. Wait,
is number 2 the one moaning and groaning, or is Sonic?
I don't know.
It's Sonic, I think. There's a rattling sound from the door. "What's going on?" demands the ugly guard, appearing in the entrance. "You must be fit for your execution, so if you're sick..." He steps forward, and Sonic darts between his legs and into the corridor, running as fast as he can. He hurtles along the corridors and down any stairways that don't lead to dead ends. Finally, he dives through a door and finds himself in an alley outside the prison. It's just that easy.
Wow.
That's me editorializing. You just have
So Sonic just left the other 2 there, huh?
Yeah, he left him to die.
Okay. Glad they're gonna get executed.
I'm sure that won't bite him in the ass later.
I got to go...
could you imagine if these other 2 were also secret traders?
If only. But page 91...
Fool you twice.
The city is darkening as evening falls. There aren't many people around on the streets, but Sonic knows that if he's seen, he'll be captured and thrown into an even more secure cell, so he must be careful. So should Sonic...
there'll be no hooks for him to lasso some rope.
There's not gonna be any puzzle game bullshit for him. He'll just have to annoy a guard until he can run past them. Should Sonic sneak through the windows toward the city gates?
To the
Or
shadows.
dash through the streets to the gate as fast as possible? Or search for the Chaos Emeralds in the city? So we do have a gate key, that's worth noting.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if sneaking would be better, or if just using his well-known Sonic speed to get to the gates would be better.
Probably the speed, right?
Yeah, probably his speed, honestly.
Yeah, or we can search for the Chaos Emeralds.
I don't think we should do that right now.
I don't
Alright.
even know where to start with that, yeah.
Alright then. Let's blast through with Sonic speed. Page 289. The crackle of loudspeakers breaks through the early evening quiet. Attention all inhabitants of Scrap Brain City, blares Galen's voice. A prisoner has escaped. He is blue and very dangerous. Apprehend him at all costs. Something flashes through the air in front of the sprinting Sonic and melts a hole in the road ahead. It was a laser beam, and others are flying around his ears. Sonic must roll on his quick wits to beat a 5 to dodge the lasers.
What the fuck?
Well, good news, the bad news is quick wits is also a 2. The good news is the odds are significantly better. We just need to roll a 3 or higher.
Yeah.
If he fails a roll, a beam hits him and he loses all his rings. If he has no rings, he loses a life. And you must cross it off vital statistics and go back. Alright, so I'm gonna make a roll. That's a 4. We have beaten the odds. If he makes the roll and then the beams splash, if he makes the roll, then the beams splash harmlessly past him, and he sprints on to the gates. Continue. Page 154. Sonic reaches the gate. It's a metal barrier with a keyhole on one side. In front of it, 2 guards are talking about the new Chaos Emerald, which Sonic overhears, has been linked...
No, you're right, it just says taking.
Yeah. Yeah, another
Good
typo.
book.
Sonic overhears... The new Chaos Emerald, which Sonic overhears, has been linked to the city's power system.
It's
Didn't we
got
know
that
that before?
fucking key.
And if Sonic has a key, he can sneak past the guards and unlock the gate. And if not, he must attack the guards.
Well, gotta use that key, because I don't want to do any fucking rolling if I don't get
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
wow, I hate to say this, Morg.
Well, page 121 says, roll on Sonic's agility to beat a 7 to sneak past the guards. Once again,
Fuck you.
odds are even better this time. Our agility is 4. Actually the odds are the same.
It's the same, yeah. Still.
Our agility is a 4, so we need to roll a 3 or higher.
Ugh.
Alright,
It's like
let's
a
roll this.
50-50 then.
I failed.
Or no, it's more than 50. Wow, that's...
Oh no, failure.
That was a 6. The
total.
cat guards...
Okay. I was gonna say
What?
6, but no total. I get what you're saying.
Okay. We've got another roll coming up. On page 205. The cat guards aren't paying attention to their duties, and Sonic could sneak past them. Wait. What?
Wait, what?
Hang on.
He has a key.
Yeah.
What? Wait, both success and failure end with you being allowed to just sneak past the guards.
What? Okay, I'm going through these and it looks like, failure is... I guess they're just using the same page for convenience, but I guess we could read this as, Sonic getting caught. But yeah, either way, Sonic must use his strength to fight the guards. They both have a rating of 8. So...
That sucks.
Guess we'll have to go back. Or, I'll roll anyways and see what happens. Let's see, that is a 4, so that is a failure. That means Sonic loses his rings.
But we do have a key.
I think it's just I think they just used the Sonic Fights the Guards page instead of writing a separate Sonic Gets Caught page. I don't get it, but they probably just wanted to write less or save some time or something.
I think we should cheat, and we should just say, since we have a key, we get to turn the lock.
Well, you know what they say. Cheaters always prosper.
Cheaters always win.
Ignore what Sonic taught us last week. Cheaters prosper.
So we're continuing?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to fight these guards. I don't want to go back. We chose that key for a reason.
So true.
Page 192. The key turns in the lock. Sonic pushes hard against the gate, and it opens just far enough for a slim hedgehog to slip out. The desert outside is dark, and Sonic can see the constellations spread out across the sky. Above the horizon, a single bright star winks. In another direction, Sonic can see the faint light of campfires in the desert dunes. Should Sonic head towards the campfires or follow the star?
I mean, head towards the campfires. Let's join the rebels.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or who I assume are the rebels.
Yeah.
Page...
Oh no, I think I fucked us.
Page 97. Running across sand dunes.
I think we're gonna get to the rebels, and then they're gonna be like, who the fuck are you? And you're gonna be like, I know your friend in prison, and they're gonna be like, show us, and you're gonna be like, damn, I don't have that lucky charm. I think I fucked us.
Did you?
Yeah,
No.
Did we not take the charm?
No, we didn't, but I don't know. I don't know if... We haven't even gotten to any charms yet.
I'm trying to anticipate the game, I'm sorry.
Running across sand dunes is very tiring, and as he gets closer to the light, Sonic is glad to see tents surrounding an oasis, with grass and palm trees. It looks very inviting and refreshing. People is loose-fitting robes are moving between the tents and sitting around the fires, cooking in large iron pots. And suddenly, he feels very hungry. He crests the final sand dune, and approaches the circle of tents. A twig breaks under his foot, and a figure beside the nearest fire sees him and stands up. Sonic walks closer. I'm looking for the outcasts, he says. Are you them? Outcasts, the figure replies. No, we're bandits. He then draws a curved sword from his belt and attacks. Sonic must beat 3 of the bandits, in turn, before the others back away. He is using his speed to fight them, and their ratings are 6, 7, and 7. Hey, good news everyone! Speed is our highest stat because we're Sonic the Hedgehog. So we literally just have to roll higher than a 1 for the first one, and higher than a 2 for the second and third.
Okay, let's do this.
That's a 6. Curb stomped the first guy. That's another 6. And that's a 4.
Okay, great.
We kick their asses. If he beats them all, go here. Page 294. The last, biggest bandit goes sprawling, face down in the sand, and the others back away. Sonic puts his foot on the bandit's head and looks at them. I've defeated your leader, he says. Does that make me your new leader? No, says the bandit buried in the sand. It means we'll give you anything you want if you go away. What do you want? Directions to the outcast camp would do nicely, declares Sonic. If you've got any gold rings, I'll take them too. The bandit points to one of his followers. You! Get this mighty fighter as many rings as you can carry, he demands. The follower disappears into a tent. Follow the brightest star in the sky to get to the outcast camp, continues the bandit. It's 2 hours walk. Or 5 minutes if I run, says Sonic. The bandit's follower reappears from the tent, staggering under the load of rings he is carrying. 23 of them. Write them down on Sonic's sheet. Because of our fudgery, we now have 40 rings.
Hey! We're rich.
Yeah. Press start to rich. Sonic thanks his host and takes his foot off his head then sprints away from the camp towards the brightest star he can see. Page 58. Before long, Sonic sees a cluster of tents between two sand dunes. There are no lights or fires, no sign of an oasis or a well, and no movement. Does Sonic scout around the outside of the camp, or walk boldly into the middle?
I don't know, I've been making some bad decisions lately. What should we do?
Well,
I don't know, because if I make a decision that's bad, then I'll feel bad. No, I would maybe scout a little?
Yeah, let's take some caution and scout around the outside. Page 269. Sonic ducks down behind the dune and moves around it slowly. He can't see any movement from inside the camp, but he gets the feeling that someone or something is down there, hiding from him. Looking down, he notices a trail of footprints in the sand, leading away from the camp. So if they were walking away, Sonic ponders out loud, does that mean the camp's deserted? Not if just one person was leaving, unless it was a lot, all walking in each other's footprints.
Sorry.
Yeah?
I want to try to... you decoded the sentence that you just read really well. Mm-hmm. It is spelled, so if they were walking way.
That's true. Let's... But what sort if people would do that? Highly trained warriors, comes a voice. Don't turn around. Unfortunately, Sonic has already turned around, only to find himself facing a group of cloaked figures, each carrying a curved sword that gleams in the starlight. Come quietly, or there will be trouble, says the one in front. Sonic quickly counts the group, and although confident that he can defeat 10 warriors armed with swords, decides to save his strength for later, and is led down the cluster of tents.
Okay, Mr. Strong Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, he says his speed stat's the highest and already beat some bandits, so...
Yeah.
True.
He's feeling confident.
Mm-hmm. Moving ahead to page 125, where the scene changes to Tails. From the heat of the desert to the cold of the hilltop zone, Tails and his friends have traveled far up the glacier towards the top of the mountain. The monkeys are getting tired in their heavy overcoats, and upwards. Whatever. Finally, the monkeys cannot continue. Stop! They shout. We have to rest. This flat place looks perfect. Wait! Shouts Tails. That could be a snow covering, or a snow covering a... But it's too late. The first monkey throws itself onto the snow. There's a cracking noise. The snow slips away, and the monkey starts to slide down a crack in the ice. A crevice! Finishes Tails. I'm fucking going all over the place with this voice. Oh well. I will try to do better.
Tails just started HRT. She's still trying to find her voice.
True.
Should Tails dash and grab the monkey before it falls into the depths, or wait before helping?
Should Tails let the monkey die? Tails is gonna dash and grab the monkey. Tails is not gonna sit there and be like, see ya.
Tails dashes to the ledge and leaps into the air, trying to catch the monkey by the collar of its coat. Roll on his speed to beat a 9. Our speed stat is 2.
It's impossible then, because you have to roll higher than a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so failure it is then.
Yep. Not even gonna bother rolling. Page 226. Tails leaps into the air and grabs the young monkey by the collar of its coat. The collar rips in two, and Tails lands beyond the crevice as the monkey slides away down into the blue-gray depths of the ice. The other monkeys cluster on the side of the crevice watching. A few seconds later, the monkey hits the bottom and stands up. It isn't hurt, but it can't get out either. The other monkey looks at Tails. Or the other monkeys look at Tails. Well, asks one, you're the hero, you get him out. Should Tails climb down into the crevice, or use his tails like a helicopter rotors to fly down? Well,
I
know what I'm
flying.
Hey, I would like to point out, before we choose the obvious answer, we were fast enough to grab the monkey, it's just that its jacket ripped.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't fast enough to catch it after the
I guess...
collar rip.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a fool.
Yeah, this is just the GM being kind of an asshole about failed rolls.
For real.
But let's do the obvious thing and fly down. Tails whizzes his tails and maneuvers. It's spelled very weirdly here. Maybe it's a British spelling. Between the ice walls to the shredded monkey. Grab my paw, he shouts. The monkey does, and Tails increases the speed of his spinning tails to lift both out of the hole. Rolls Tails' strength to beat an 8. Well, let's see if we can roll a 6.
Oh, great.
We didn't. Tails whirls his tails as fast as he can. The fox and his passenger rise into the air, but almost immediately begin to sink back down. Tails lowers the young monkey to the ground and sits down panting. It's no good, he says. I haven't got the muscles to lift us both, and I'm not going to fly out of here on my own. I'll get you out somehow.
I guess you climbed in anyway, kinda.
Page 28. Tails and the small monkey are at the bottom of the crevasse. Far above, the sky is a thin line between the ice walls. Are we stuck? Asks the monkey. Not if I can help it, Tails says. What would Sonic do? I don't know, but I think we should really ask the reader's advice, says the monkey.
Hey,
right too. Well, dear readers, should Tails climb out of the crevasse with the monkey on his back, or walk along the bottom of the crevasse to see where it leads?
I don't think Tails is strong enough to climb out of a crevasse with a monkey on his back. So I guess walk to see where it leads?
Yeah. Let's walk along the bottom to see where it leads.
Oh, the monkey is named Mildred.
Great! Tails and Mildred walk along the bottom of the crevasse for what seems like hours. It twists and turns and goes past ice caverns filled with icicles like stalactites and stalagmites. After a while, the thin light of sky disappears and it becomes a tunnel. Light still filters down through the ice, making everything a gray-blue color. Eventually, the tunnels widen out into a cavern, with a flat floor of solid ice and icicles hanging from a high domed ceiling. On the far side stands a large machine that hums faintly. It reminds Tails of a huge fridge. On top of it is a teleport device, and, connected by wires and cables, is a Chaos Emerald, glowing with a strange orange light. Tied around the bottom of the fridge machine are 3 figures dressed in heavy coats like Mildred's. Mildred is about to dash over to them when Tails stops her. A dark shape lumbers into the room. It's at least 10 times as tall as Tails, with long white tusks and a heavy matted fur coat. You recognize it as a woolly mammoth, but Tails has never seen anything like it before. Thank you. The mammoth trundles over to the fridge machine and stands in front of it, as if on guard.
I didn't know Mildred was the name of this.
Yeah, it just sort of dropped that, huh?
Yeah, just kind of dropped that information like we've always known it. I love that not only is the story now just being like, ask the reader, it's now just straight being like, you already know what this is, but Tails doesn't.
Should Tails and Mildred attack the mammoth, free the monkeys, or make a dash to the Chow Emerald and the teleporter.
Oh.
Chow haven't been invented yet, but hoo boy, if they were.
I think this invented them.
Yeah, sure. So, which are we going for?
Is there like an agility stat? I forget.
Yes. Let me review.
I feel like
the
we
stats.
might need an agility stat to free the monkeys.
Yeah, we have an agility. We have 2 speed, 2 strength, 4 agility, 2 cool, 3 quick wits, and 5 good looks. I say we free the monkeys.
Let's free the monkeys, because I think we'll die if we try to attack the mammoth.
Yeah.
Page 244. The monkeys are tied to the base of the fridge machine with ropes fixed in ice, which is set around them like concrete. Concrete, that's cement. Tails tries to work out a way of cutting through the ropes, or breaking them, or melting them. Suddenly, there is a whistling sound from behind him, and as he spins round to see a cloud of tiny icicles hurtling towards him. Behind it, the mammoth has its trunk pointed at him. It puffs hard, and more icicles fly from its trunk. Oh, cool. That's a great move. Should Tails attack the mammoth, or dodge the flying icicles?
Yeah, mammoths want to use icicle crash.
If there's anything I know about boss fights, it's that you need to dodge the attack first, then you can attack the guy.
Yeah, you don't have the stats to just run in.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Dodging the icicles. With a flick of his tail, Tails dodges and the icicles smash into the side of the fridge machine. Tails snatches one up and uses its sharp edge to hack away at the rope holding the monkeys, freeing the 3 hostages. What now? Asks Mildred. You can attack the mammoth, or go for the Chaos Emerald on the fridge machine.
Do you think the 5 of us can kill a mammoth?
Maybe?
Like our ancestors of old.
I'd say it's a 50-50 chance. We've got numbers, but
yeah, I feel like just going for the Chaos Emerald is kind of a dick move at this point, so...
Yeah, I mean, they're free, right? So maybe they'll follow us.
Yeah. Maybe they'll say thank you for releasing me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah. So which is it?
Attack,
I say attack the mammoth.
Alright. Attack
I'm ready to
mammoth!
kill Manfred from the Ice Age series.
Yeah, let's kill Manny. Tails knows what he wants. He wants that Chaos Emerald, and Wee wants to get out of here. And no hippie elephant is going to get in his way.
Oh.
Weird detail. With a yell that is 98% aggression and adrenaline, and 2% coldness, tiredness, and frustration, he charges. Tails must use his speed to defeat the lumbering mammoth. It has a rating of 10, but Tails can add 1 point to his roll for every monkey fighting beside him. If the mammoth scores a hit on him, roll the die. So, just to note, we have we have a total of 4 monkeys on our side, so that is a +4 on this roll. The mammoth is, of course, a 10, and we would, so basically, let's see, we'd have 6, we have 6 by default, so we would need to roll a 4 or higher. So, let's roll. That is a 3, so that fails. Let's do our damage roll, but, good news.
What?
The good news is this is less fucked than the last time. We've got better odds, so on a 1 or 2 or 3, it must hit Tails, who loses all his rings. 4 or 5 or 6, hits a monkey who gets knocked out of combat. I'm hoping to low roll because I'd rather... Oh, wait, we don't have any rings. Shit, okay.
Yeah, we just died.
Yeah,
We go back to the beginning of the scenario.
Well, the good news is, yeah, let's fucking do this. I'm just gonna roll. That's a 1. We go back to... Oh. You know
Yeah,
what?
the beginning of the scenario. It's fucked up.
I'm loading a save. I'm setting a save state.
Yeah, we're save scumming this. I'm not doing this all again.
Yeah. So let's try that roll again. Whoever wrote this book probably does not care. They're probably alive and out there somewhere, but they probably don't care. But good news. I just rolled a 4. We pass. So we can smash the machine or go for the emerald.
Can we not do both?
I guess not.
I mean, I feel like smashing the machine will get us the Chaos Emerald.
That's what I was thinking, but...
Yeah.
Like...
Let's smash it.
Cease the endless winter, and then also, right after, just grab the Chaos Emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Page 175. Tails dashes across the room and rams the machine with a spin attack. A pipe breaks inside it, spilling a cold fog into the room. The machine stops humming, and 6 gold rings fall out. Tails grabs them and looks around, puzzled.
Thank God.
"What's happening?" he says. "It's getting warm!" Water drips in from the remains of the ceiling, and the ice holding the captured monkey... What?
Remains
I guess
of
they
the
got...
fridge.
But that's great. The ice holding the captured monkeys melts, releasing them.
Interesting.
A crack is forming in the ceiling's chamber, and it creaks ominously. "Run!" shouts Tails. "The whole place is going to collapse!" Mildred and the other monkeys rush away towards the outside. Should Tails run for the teleporter or grab the Chaos Emerald? I'm pretty sure getting the Chaos Emerald will teleport us anyway, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
The emerald is incredibly hot. Tails can feel the heat through his gloves, and he knows that he has to get it away from the wires and cables around it as soon as possible. There is a familiar flash of bright white light, and a fuzz. Continue to page 277. Leaving Tails in the middle of his trip by teleported, we return to our hero, Sonic, who right at this moment is being dragged to a large tent in the center of the outcast camp. "You could let me walk," he protests. "It's more dignified." "Dragging is traditional," replies the guard, tugging him into the tent and throwing him onto a large mat. Sonic looks up to find his way out blocked by guards of all species with swords of all types. In front of him, the middle of the tents, is a tall dog dressed in white robes of the desert people, with a belt of gold around his waist.
Yeah, he's dressed in those robes, huh?
Yeah, this illustration, it's a little stereotypical, one might say.
Yeah.
As he bends down to look at Sonic, the Hedgehog notices that the dog has pointed ears that remind him of someone he has met recently. "I am Ravis, leader of the outcasts," he says.
Oh, fuck yeah.
"And you have come from the city to spy on us." "No, I haven't," Sonic exclaims. "I came to warn you about what's happening in the city. Your spies have been captured. If you know what is happening in the city, you must be from there," interrupts the dog. "And since all the city dwellers hate us, you must be an agent for them. Either you tell us the truth, or we will torture it out of you. You will admit you are a spy, or die." What a conundrum. Should Sonic... This is a hell of a prompt.
Yeah, we went from funny times with the monkey gang to, admit you're a spy and probably be executed, or let the outcast just straight up torture you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should Sonic admit to being a spy even though he isn't, or let the outcast torture him?
I mean, knowing Sonic, he would probably just let them torture him and be like, "I'm not a spy."
Yeah, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm chill."
Yeah, Sonic is petulant like that. Page 167. Torture me, says Sonic. I'll never admit I'm a spy because I'm not. You can break my body, but you can't break the truth. Good, says Ravis. He lifts Sonic off the floor. You have the spirit of a true hero. None of those who live in the city would ever be so brave. You said you knew what was happening in the city. Tell me all. Did you speak with my agency? Quickly now, he demands. If Sonic shows number 3's talisman to Ravis, which we don't have, turn to page 292. Otherwise, he can tell Ravis that his agents are in prison, turn to page 32, or that there are 2 Chaos Emeralds in the High Tower, turn to page 36. So, one of those options we can't do. Do you want to tell him about...
I did skip to, see what the charm, the lucky charm has.
Yeah.
They are father and son.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So...
Just to keep it strictly hetero.
Of course. I mean, that's what I was guessing. Like, the other dog was described as being very young, so that makes sense to me.
Do you want to tell them about the agents in prison?
I want to do that. I think we owe it to them.
Yeah, probably should tell him his son is in prison.
Yeah. Sonic tells the Outcast leader how the Outcast spies were betrayed by number 1. Ravis listens carefully. Hear this, he says. The Outcasts will attack the city tonight. I will lead our main assault on the gates of the city. But you shall go with 2 of my warriors to the city's rear wall. When you see a white flare in the sky, climb the wall. Your mission is to free our agents and then find the Chaos Emerald. Will you do it? Sonic nods, and Ravis shakes his paw and gives him 2 gold rings. Write these down.
Did you write down the Tails rings from the machine?
I didn't. Let me put that down. Thank you. 6 rings for Tails, 42 rings for Sonic. Wonderful. I will give you your weight in dates and many goats when we win, he proclaims.
That feels also racist.
That's a little racist, yeah.
What if it's not the dates fruit, but it's like, I will take you on a date. I will take you on many dates.
Sonic is Ace, so...
Yeah.
But he would go on it because he's polite, but...
He's polite, and, it would be fun.
Yeah, maybe he's not Arrow
have a good
Ace.
time.
Maybe he's just Ace,
Yeah. Sonic politely refuses the last offer and goes to meet his warriors. Mark down 2 warriors on Sonic's vital statistics. Sometimes you just need 2 warriors.
So true.
Sometimes you just need vital statistics. Why are you yelling?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
She's suddenly very chatty.
Yeah, let's keep going. Page 119. The Outcast army is assembled outside. They are of all species and carry many different weapons, from swords to laser pistols. But Sonic can tell that behind their disordered appearance is a strength of spirit that makes them a fearsome fighting force. Ravis introduced Sonic to the soldiers who will be fighting alongside him. We are honored, they say. This will be the great-grandmother of all battles. Ravis gives a command, and the many starts a long march across the desert. Sonic, walking with the others, can see a blue-green glow on the horizon, in the direction of the city. The glow grows brighter as they get closer, but the high city walls hide its source. Ravis taps Sonic on the shoulder. Go to the far side of the city, he says, and wait for our signal. We will attack in an hour. Sonic and his 2 troops run off across the sand, leaving the army behind. An hour is a long time if you're waiting for something, especially in the dark. Sonic is sure that the time has passed, but he can't hear a battle. Could Galen's forces have captured the entire army? It's possible, he thinks. The blue-green glow is making him jumpy. Should Sonic give the order to attack, or wait? Personally, I think Sonic's kind of an impatient person. I would wait.
Yeah, we should probably wait. That's probably the smarter idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If not, they probably have a "we are being attacked" signal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Page 219. After what seems like eternity, a bright flare explodes in the sky. One of the warriors hurl a grapple over the wall, and Sonic forces for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Steam, and Nintendo Switch climb the rope and drop down the other side of the city. Sonic can see most of the cats running towards the gate, where a tremendous battle is going on. The cats are bigger than Sonic remembers, and a lot of them are running on all fours. Cool. None of them have seen the sneak attack force come over the wall. Sonic looks around. Nearby, he recognizes the prison building that he escaped from. Further away, lights stream from all the windows of the highest tower in the city, like a strange, unearthly beacon. I think this is a good point to leave off. We're about an hour and 5 minutes, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on what I edit in or out. So we'll save that for next time. But yeah, we've made progress.
This one felt like it made more sense. Flow-wise.
Yeah. I think we're really starting to get into the groove of this.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't prepare a questions post or anything like that. So we have no questions to answer.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to prepare a questions post for this when we literally have no clue what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. I think I have my D10 here, but this... Yes. Here's my D10. I'm going to go ahead and roll it. That is an 8, which, if I remember right, is... It might be Sonic X or Sonic Underground. Let me make sure.
God, I hope it's Sonic X.
It is Sonic X.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, we're gonna watch more Sonic X next week. I don't quite remember where we left off, but we're making our way through the second half of the first season. I might, we've got a couple minutes. I'll look up an episode list and edit out me searching for it. Next week we're going to cover Sonic X Season 1, episodes 20 and 21. And the first episode will deal with Sonic on a cruise ship. And the second episode the second one I'm really excited for because it's Sonic, racing against Sam Speed, because the president really, really wants to have a public photo op with him.
Oh my god!
This is the one we talked about in We Rate.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is Sam Speed is horny for Sonic, but just in racing only.
Good, because I fucking missed being on that episode.
Alright. Let's see. So, I think that covers that. Next time, I think we can start going for plugs. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places. You can find all those places at biggerchallenge.card.co. That includes Twitter and Tumblr, Bigger Challenge, co-host Big Challenges, my other podcasts, which include Pot of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We just had our annual Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game tournament, the Cup of Greed. It was a lot of fun. The VOD should be going up soon, hopefully. And even, they might even all be up by the time you hear this. We are making our way through Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. We are at the start of the second arc, which is the Dark Signers arc. We've met a cool fail woman.
You mean the Dark Signers.
Sorry. We're not... Right, of course. The Dark Signers.
Thank you.
Yeah, we met a cool fail woman. We'll get to see what's going on there. You can listen to Video Games and Movie the Podcast, a video game movie review podcast I do with my friend Maxie. Hopefully, by the time you hear this, I will have edited the most recent recording first, which will be on the Angry Birds movie. That'll definitely be up. Our next recording.
Isn't that the one movie that's like weirdly horny?
There is a weirdly horny moment. I don't think it's that horny. There's just a weird bit where, Chuck, the Angry Bird
Josh Gadbird?
Yes. Chuck, voiced by Josh Gad, makes a joke about wanting to fuck all the birds now that all their eggs are gone.
Oh yeah.
That's, you'll get to hear a little bit about that. Next episode we're recording is going to be on Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Other places, there is at Xbox_holiday, Raster celebrates holidays with Xbox, Happy Pride Month Xbox, Happy Ronald Reagan Death Day Xbox, and coming soon, maybe even by the time you hear this, Happy Dilf Sunday Xbox, which is what I call Father's Day, instead of Father's Day, because, the reason I replace Mother's Day and Father's Day with MILF Sunday and DILF Sunday is because not everyone has a good relationship with their parents.
True.
So, I'd rather celebrate, fuckable older people. Anyways, that's it for me.
Can I add something to Xbox?
Oh, yes?
This will be, whatever this episode goes up a few weeks late. Happy, Pat Robertson Death Day, Xbox.
Oh, right!
So true.
Happy Pat Robertson Death Day, Xbox. I'm gonna look in, I might add that. It's a little late for me to add it now, but, look forward to, I don't know.
Yeah,
June
belated Pat Robertson Death Day.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's it for me. So, Devon, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Groove and Ghastly. You can find me on Tumblr at Jazz Dumpster. You can find me on a few other podcasts called We Rate Queerbait, where we explore the blurry lines between homies and homos. Speaking of Sonic X, we have an episode about that out. Sonic scores a lot of boyfriend points by just straight up lying to a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also find me on a podcast that might one day finish if we ever edit all the episodes. Who knows? Called Going Will Hunting.
I thought that was out
Hunter
fully.
What?
I thought that was out fully. Oh my gosh.
No, we still have some in the tank just because, sometimes we get episodes and we're like, damn, I'll edit that later, and then later turns into like 2 months later.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's funny.
watch out for that.
It's funny.
Sorry. Morg, you're up.
Yeah. I got stuff. You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Tumblr and Twitter, I guess. You can find me at Gengar on co-host. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast, and Check Out This Guy, a podcast where we talk about original characters, both yours, mine, and ours. I think we have 2 out. We're gonna have a 3rd one out soon.
Oh, actually, the 3rd episode just went up during this recording, even.
Oh, okay.
Emery keeps doing that to Morg.
God damn it, Emery. No, I'm so glad because it's my episode. So we have 3 episodes out. We're gonna have a 4th one.
Mm-hmm.
It's that one's already recorded. And we have guest sign-ups if you want to talk about your guys.
You can find us on Twitter at Shuffle Sonic, Tumblr at the Sonic Shuffle, and you can find us on Noisepace.xyz. Noisepace.xyz is a podcast network with lots of great shows on it, including this one, including several we've already mentioned. And funnily enough, the weekly shout out is check out this guy. I could repeat it for a bit.
Wow.
Do it! Do it!
Right.
Do it!
Tell me what you think of it, you know?
Alright. Check out this guy. Emery, Elvier, Morg, and Spike all talk about OCs. Or talk all about OCs. There are 3 episodes out, as Morg mentioned earlier. The first is OC 101, where they just sort of go over the concepts of OCs and different ways that can be interpreted, both more strictly, more loosely. There's episode 2 on Emery setting Great Pollen, which is a sort of post-apocalyptic, setting focused on like animal people who, wear gas masks to protect themselves from toxic air. And episode 3 is on the Isoverse, which is the, RPG setting Morg, Spike, Emery, and our mutual friend Patrick all made up for a series of role-playing game campaigns. I'm hoping I'll be on some future episodes. Well, I'm definitely going to be on future episodes to talk about my own OCs. I'm also hoping to talk about the Isoverse, because I came up with the lore for a couple people, and that's a couple different groups in that thing. But until then, you can listen to the existing episodes. It's good stuff. And continuing on from our gimmick from last time, I'm going to just look at, I'm going to do a shout out to, do an alphabetical shout for my podcast feed, which has over 100 different shows on it, maybe half a dozen of which I actually regularly listen to. Maybe a dozen, if we're being generous. So, this week's podcast shout out is A Song of Babies and Puppies. That's a Pinecast show, that is a show that is part of, Good Episode Productions, friend of Noise Space, features, several friends of ours, the likes of which include, Janosch, Kay, I don't know everyone who's on that show right now. It is a podcast about the Song of Ice and Fire, books, not to be confused with the Game of Thrones television series. The most recent episode to go up was on June 6th, 2 days before this recording, on the start of the 5th book in the series, A Dance with Dragons. They talked about the prologue, the first Tyrion chapter. I'm gonna be honest, because I feel like I should bring up my podcast listening habits for this bit. I've only listened to like 4 episodes, due to 2 major factors, one of which was this podcast spawned from a book club that was in the PGOT server, but I don't know if that's still going or not. I'm not really active in that server. The person who started it, I don't think is active in it. But either way, this podcast started from that. And the other reason is, eventually, I just haven't read all of the books, you know? I've only read the first 2 and a little bit of the third. I could listen to more of it if I wanted to, and maybe I will. One thing I know is, they have, it is the most PvP podcast out there. I only know that Gigalithic, host of Zero to Zero, said that it was the show that had the most, host to host, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is. Just kind of being mean and fucking around with each other. And that's saying something, considering 0 to 0, where they are also constantly fucking with each other. Also, shout out to 0 to 0. They recently put out the last episode that will feature Sam as a regular host. But we can get to that another time.
Until Wesley Snipes returns as Blade in the future.
He's never doing that.
He's never going to do it ever again.
So,
but God, I could wish.
But, actually I will shout out though, even though Sam is leaving the show, they're still continuing the podcast, with future guests, and the next, when they get back to it, they're gonna be doing an episode on Mystery Men, the late 90s, superhero comedy film, that is the source of the song All-Star by Smash Mouth. It is the first movie to feature that song, not Shrek. Okay, that's enough of that.
Hey, here's a fun fact,
yeah?
That might slightly expose where I live. There's a suburb near where I live that is having like a festival in a few weeks, and Smash Mouth is headlining at it.
Great. I'm glad there's still a group. I'm glad they still exist.
Yeah, just like at this random town in Ohio.
That's wonderful. But I think that's everything. So, until next time, Sonic the Hedgehog is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He is the only blue life that matters.
The only one.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.